So where I was right, where I was wrong, let's go and get into it.
When Brad was right.
So, Conagra, we were corrected on the pronunciation of Conagra. It's not Conagra. Got a little dicey there on Stockwatch Sunday, but they had earnings this week. 70 cents per share was the actual to the 57 cent estimated by analysts. I said that they would beat by at 83 cents. Christian, what did you say they were going to beat by?
Oh man, of course you probably have that number. Did I say, what is it, Conagra?
Yeah, Conagra. Yeah.
Conagra had 71 cents, baby.
Oh man, so he's only a penny off. Conagra actually did really well, and we talked about Conagra, last week, and still stand by this. This kind of only reinforces our love for Conagra. I think this is going to be one that actually continues to move forward, and have a really bright future. We may end up seeing them beat earnings yet again next quarter as well. Some really good numbers coming out from them. Here's the thing about Conagra, though. They're going to be a good stock to hold when it comes to just flat out dividends. They actually increased their dividend. And then also, they're just a really good slow grower. They're not going to be something that just like blows your doors off or anything like that. They're just going to continually steady go up. As you can see this on the daily chart, it's just really nice steady mover. And what's not to love about something that you can just put on cruise control? So we like Conagra a lot. Stand by that one. So nailed that one. And so the next one's gonna be McCormick. McCormick had earnings this week as well. Very interesting stuff coming out for McCormick. They had earnings in the middle of the week this past week. 153 was the actual to the 152 estimate. So they just barely beat. They also announced a 2-for-1 split. I actually forget what my estimation was on this one. I think it was, what was it?
163, sir.
163. So I was about 10 cents off. And what were you?
I was at 171.
Okay.
But we predicted beat.
We did predict a beat, so we got that right. Also, the 2-for-1 split's very interesting as well. I ended up selling out of this one. Did okay on it, and the thing of it is though that they didn't really have the best outlook. I don't really necessarily think that McCormick themselves didn't have the best outlook. Their outlook for the next quarter just didn't meet expectations, and I think it's kind of a bullshit, reason to sell. This came back up to 193. They have dividends that are coming out. I think the X date was today, so that should actually yield some selling after the dividend gets issued. But then the 2-for-1 split is at the end of November, so this should probably end up running into that. So pretty exciting stuff from McCormick, and was really happy with the way that turned out. Next was SPAC, and this was one that we kind of said to just be careful with. We expected there to be a pop in the beginning of the week, and sure enough it did, but we also said to be careful with this one because of the highly speculative nature of SPAQ, and really all of the other EV speculative stocks were something that like people just can't stop flocking to. But we've always said, stop looking for the next Tesla and just go buy yourself some Tesla. Like, it's not that hard to figure out. And so looking at SPAQ, we still stand by some of the sentiments as far as that's concerned, but it pretty much reacted the same exact way that we thought it would. It's having a bit of a tough day today, especially when we're talking about issues that are going on in the country. Namely, right now, as of this recording, we learned about the president and his first lady getting the Rona. So all the markets are pulling back. Speculative stocks are the last stocks you want to get yourself into when there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the country and the economy. So go look for some really good solid companies. And if you want to get into EV, just go buy some Tesla.
Yes, sir.
So Google, this was one that we actually went live for. You guys might recall on Wednesday, went live for the event, and we thought this was going to run in. We were hoping that this was going to actually continue after the event, and it actually ended up doing the same thing that all the other ones did. But we were still right about this. I guess if you want to start to split hairs, we were kind of wrong. We said it was going to get to $1,500 a share. It got to $14.99 and some change.
Yeah, and we were even specific into respects of like what we expected them to unveil, and we needed something beyond that. And if we didn't get it, it wouldn't run, and we didn't get it. Like it played out to a T, but it's actually holding up pretty nicely. So I feel good about. Obviously, there's a lot of question marks, but if this stimulus goes through and there's nothing beyond mild symptoms from the president, I think this runs past 1,500 next week.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still very much a buy in our opinion. Really, most of the FANG stocks right now are still at pretty crazy buy levels. So if you get yourself some Goog under $1,500 a share, I would still say consider yourself lucky. All right, finally, moving on to Pepsi. This was another one that we just nailed right on the head. And actual earnings per share were 166 to 148. I'm sorry. Yeah, 148 estimates. So they beat earnings as we said they would. I said 153 would be the earnings beat. What did you say they were going to come in at?
What I was 152.
152. Oh, that's right. I thought we were pretty close on this one. So either way, they beat. Pepsi is very bullish looking forward. You can see that this gapped up considerably after its earnings beat and has been looking great. It's down a little bit today, but the rest of the market pretty much overall is as well. And Pepsi is has a lot of really good forward-looking things, and it really comes down to some of their sparkling beverages as well, right, Christian?
That's Coke.
Oh, that's Coke.
No, yeah, so the thing with Pepsi, which we interchange Pepsi and Coke, so either one, whichever one you like better take. Coke is actually coming out with the Topo Chico hard seltzer. And so I think it was a partnership with Molson Coors.
Yes.
Pepsi benefited because of their snacking division and Frito-Lay specifically, but they benefit, they're positioned a little bit better for continued shutdown and the Rona. So yeah, that did really well for them. They outperformed those numbers, so that was looking good.
Yep. So it was a great week for the Chaos Crew, for those of you watching this channel, so that we'll get into when Brad was wrong.
That was fun.
That's it. We didn't get anything wrong this week. We nailed every single stock we had on the watch list for Stock Watch Sunday. If you want to be part of Stock Watch Sunday, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and come check us out at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live, answer your questions, and then give you the top stocks you're watching for that particular week. Hope to see you guys there, and have a great weekend.